Hey everyone, this is Aries Mars coming to you with the review for American Horror Story, Season 5, Episode 6, Room 33. Um, before I get started, excuse me, I got hiccups. Before I get started, like, subscribe, share, e- email me. um, go check out my channel, Aries Mars, on YouTube. Check out a couple of my other videos because I do more besides reviews. Um, because I also vlog. Haven't vlogged in a while, so I need to get back on that. Other than that, this episode had a lot of sex scenes in it. They crammed so many sex scenes on one episode. I can't believe it. But in the beginning of this episode, we start off in LA in 1926. We see a cab pulling up, and who gets out the cab? The Countess. The Countess gets out the cab, and what house does she walk up to? Murder House from season 1. And basically, she goes there to, from what I thought, to seek counseling or something, to speak to someone, but she's actually there for an abortion. She got pregnant. She got pregnant. And she's there to have an abortion. So the doctor takes her downstairs with the nurse. They do the abortion, whatever. Take the baby out, and the baby's still alive. Attacks the nurse, basically. And when the Countess comes to, because they did, knock her out, basically tells her, you have a baby boy. So the Countess has a child that she basically, I wouldn't say birthed, but that she was trying to abort, but ended up having a child. Um, then we return to the hotel. John is in his bed, sleep. He turns around and there's Holden. He follows Holden, and John ends up finding the coffins, and he sees Holden and Alex in the coffin together, and he passes out. Basically, in this episode, poor John, I feel so sorry for him, but she, saying, I really do. I feel sorry for John because basically in this episode, they're really trying to make him go crazy, like for real, like trying to make him go insane, make him think he's out his mind, basically in this episode. Um, then we come to a nice old romp in the hay between Tristan and Liz. Now, basically, Liz does not claim herself as a man. She claims herself as a woman. And Tristan, he claims to be not gay. So to him, to Tristan, Liz is just another woman. That's the way I feel that's what's on here. They kind of have a conversation with one another. Do you love me? Do you love me? All this and that. And they really can't tell the Countess, because I don't know what it is about the Countess and her, I would call them subordinates. I wouldn't call them subordinates. Her play toys at the time, falling in love with someone else. I don't understand what's her problem with that. I don't know. So, hold on. I'm trying to get more of the daylight outside to videotape this. And so, but yeah, they're in love with one another, and they basically, hide, from the Countess because they don't want her to know. Then we go up to the Countess and Will Drake. And they're trying to get it on. And, the Countess is trying her hardest to get Will hard. But, Drake is basically gay. So, Countess, what you think you gonna do? Basically, what you gonna do? You can't please this man sexually because he's gay. I understand that you trying to get his money, but come on now, Countess. So she texts Tristan to come up. Tristan comes up. Basically, his thing, I'm not gay. But, the Countess, she doesn't care. She basically makes Tristan fluff. If we know what fluff is. Or do I need to say it right out? Do I need to say it right out? Or can I just say fluff? No, for those who don't know what fluff is, it's basically, she basically wants Tristan to get down on his knees and service Drake. That's what she wants to do. I don't know how nice I can say that. Like I said, excuse my hiccups. I don't know how nice I can say that. And he does it reluctantly, but he does it because you're the Countess's toy. Whatever she wants you to do, you do. Then we come back to Alex walking up to Liz asking for help. Basically, because like I said, John discovered the pool with the coffins, and so Alex took John back up to his room and drugged him so he'd be knocked out. And she's basically asking Liz to help her get rid of these coffins out the pool. Then we come to Alex, waking John up out his sleep, and she basically is trying to throw him off track, make him feel like, he's been hallucinating and stuff like that. And then John's like, he's not going for that. So John goes to the pool, and ta-da, the coffins are gone because Liz and Alex got rid of them. Basically broke them to pieces and got rid of them. Then we come to the Countess draped in white, walking down a hallway. And she walks to room 33. She opens up the door, and there is her child that she had in 1926. Still in baby form, because, with her disease, you want to call it, you don't get any older. So his baby being born from her, he's not going to get any old. He'll get older in age, but he's not going to get any bigger than the baby. And she basically tells her child, that she's going off to Paris. And when she comes to Paris, she'll have enough money to where she doesn't have to leave him again. Okay. Then here comes Donovan and Ramona Royale walking through the front door. Basically entering the hotel to go through with the plan. Because we already know what Ramona wants to do. She wants to kill the kids. They get in the elevator, and Donovan wants to go up to the penthouse. But Ramona wants to go down to the basement to where the kids sleep. So Ramona goes to the basement, but John, he still wants to go up to the penthouse. So Ramona lets him go. And basically, like, you can go up to the penthouse, sniff her panties or whatever, stuff like that. Because Donovan's really, he's not over the Countess. He's, like, really in love with the Countess. And to him, without the Countess, he has no purpose. To Ramona's surprise, when she gets to where the kids sleep, they're not there. They're gone. And Iris joins her in helping to kill the kids. And basically, Iris is like that where they are, there's no place for kids, and that they need to, go first. So, but since Ramona can't find those kids, she tells Iris to give her a key to room 33 because she knows that's where the Countess's baby is. Okay, back up in the penthouse. Yes, Donovan, we saw you sniff them panties. All up in the Countess's panties, sniffing them and stuff. And then and then who comes across? The girls from the first episode. Basically when you die in this motel, you can't leave this motel. Basically when you check in and you die, you won't check out. So they're basically ghosts wandering the hallways. So, and basically Donovan talks to them and basically tells them they need to find a purpose. He tells them a story about a woman who was a school teacher, really didn't feel appreciated, basically killed herself at the motel. And she basically was in this tub rotting for like months because she killed herself in the tub. I think she slit her wrist or something like that. And she was in this tub rotting for months. And she basically found a purpose. So he's basically telling these girls, you need to find a purpose. If you want to walk these hallways forever, just be a walker, find you a purpose. If you want to stop being a walker in the hallways, find a purpose. And so basically they take his advice. And basically he says, without her, I have no purpose. Come on now, you a grown man. I understand you probably was in love with this woman, but the way she let you go and treated you, and well, basically, one, you were boring her. You bored her. So of course she was gonna find somebody new. Then we come up to Ramona going to room 33. She goes in and basically goes to look for the baby. He's out the crib, crawling around, whatever. And the baby's name is Bartholomew. Countess, out of all the names, Bartholomew? But yeah, she's looking for Bartholomew, the Countess's baby, to kill him. Because basically that's the Countess's heart, and with that, with the baby gone, she really wouldn't have a purpose to live, So when Ramona finds the baby attacks, gets away basically. So Ramona wasn't able to kill the baby. Liz goes to feed. Then we come to Liz going to feed Bart and sees that the door is open. And so that means Bart is out. Child. Then we come up to Liz. So they basically, then Liz and Alex, basically have to go look for the baby before the Countess gets back. Liz and Ramona, they have to catch up at the bar. Liz basically tells her, you got to get out. And, Liz tells Ramona about how she's in love with Tristan, and Ramona basically warns her, run, because basically Ramona warns her, okay, all right. Then we see Alex is looking for Bart, and she finds the girls that Donovan talked with earlier in a room. They basically ended up murdering a man. They showed the scene to how that happened, an old sex scene or whatever, and they murdered a man. And Alex told them, you don't have to have a purpose. You don't have to kill them to have a purpose. She's like, why don't you mess with their mind? and she basically sets a plot in motion for them to go mess with John, basically, because she wants John to basically to go crazy. She wants him to go insane. She basically wants him to leave this motel. Um, then we come back and John shows up at a murder scene. It's basically another Ten Commandment killing, and John, he doesn't work on the force anymore. He got fired, so the officers there, basically telling him to leave and stuff like that. Then he basically, I wouldn't say he gets kicked out, but the person that he was friends with and I think was partnered with, basically told him to get out, go, we don't need you. And then we come up to him in the hallway of the hotel having a pity party, drinking, basically starting to have a breakdown. And then here comes those girls showing up. Here come the girls. And they basically, they really mess with his mind, like for real. I told you it was a lot of sex scenes in this episode, and child, they mess with him something serious. On top of him, and then all this blood come out of nowhere, child. What? Basically, they're trying to run him crazy, and so he pushes them off, runs out to the front counter, basically naked with his blood all on him. He talks to Liz. Liz brings him back to the room. There's a maid in there, basically trying to collect the sheets of all the blood. Then the two girls, they walk out, and he tells them to leave. And basically, John has had it. John has had it. So he packs his stuff, and he's getting ready to check out this motel. And then we see that Bart, I'm going to call him Bart, even though his name is Bartholomew. I'm going to call him Bart. So Bart, he ends up getting in John's suitcase. Then we come back to John bringing Scarlett home. Scarlett, she hasn't heard from her mother in like 2 days. She feels embarrassed. She's kind of scared of her father. And through this whole scene, basically, her father is scaring her. She basically doesn't recognize him, because this is not her father. This is someone else. Because, like I said, that motel really messed with him and his personality changed. He's like basically going mental, like insane, really. And, John ends up, finding his clothes scattered out of his suitcase, and he gets his gun and goes looking for whatever it is in the house, because he feels like something's in there. And it is, because it's Bart. Scarlett, she's in there watching TV. John walks into the kitchen, sees Bart. Bart starts crawling at him. John shoots Bart. And Scarlett had it. She had enough. And I mean, John, he got Bart, but Scarlett had it. She's really scared of her father, and she basically doesn't want to talk to her mother. Then we come back to Alex, because the police, John's partner, I would say, not partner, whatever, called Alex. Alex came. Her daughter really don't want to talk to her. The daughter's scared of John. They send her to the grandma's, and then and then her and John have some word, not words, a little discussion, whatever, because he wants to make it work, but Alex is not with it because she really can't, because now she's turned and she's trying to spend her life with Holden, not with you, not with her husband. She really loves that child more than she loves her family, basically. Um, and he gets mad, goes in the house, slams the door, and Alex ends up finding Bart in the bushes. Oh yeah, Alex finds Bart in the bush. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, then we have the Countess who returns from Paris with Drake to the hotel. Um, and basically, Liz and her have a conversation. Liz tells her she's in love with Tristan, and it goes from there. We come to Tristan walking into Liz's room, and Countess is sitting on the bed, and she basically tells her. I mean, she basically tells him, Liz told me, you're in love, and basically says that Liz has more balls than him to even tell her, and and Tristan, basically tells the Countess about herself, and stated he basically chose Liz over her. When the Countess feels betrayed by him because you're supposed to be mine, no one else's. So she feels betrayed, but you can't help people's feelings. I mean, you've been doing this for a very long time. You've been this way for a very long time. So I understand, if your feelings are cut off or whatever. But his feelings, he's just starting. He's a baby in the game. So he hasn't cut off his feelings like the Countess has cut off his feelings. So he's going to fall in love. And he fell in love with Liz. So, the Countess wasn't having that. She looks like she's going to give her blessing, and she ends up slicing Tristan's throat. And basically tells Liz, he's yours. He's yours. Bury him. Ooh, Countess. Countess, you was making enemies, baby. Believe it or not. You're making some enemies. So you want to add Liz to that list of enemies that you have, along with Ramona and Donovan and Iris? Child, before you know it, the whole motel is going to turn on you. Then we have the Countess walking back down that hallway to room 33. She walks in on Alex. First, she walks up and sees that the door is open. She walks in. She sees Alex rocking Bart. And, basically told the Countess, he got out. He had an accident. And the Countess like, oh, you saved him. And she's like, yes, because you saved my son. Oh, that was so sweet. Whatever. And then we get a glimpse of the baby. Hold on. Let me say it again. Then we get a glimpse of the baby. Child. That's a nice blanket that baby was wrapped up in. But other than that, like I said, this was a good episode. Besides all the sex scenes and stuff like that, it was a good episode. Once again, my name is Aries Mars. Go check out my channel, Aries Mars. Like, comment, tell me what you felt about the video. Subscribe to my channel. All right now. Y'all have a good day. Peace.